think one of the most asked questions I get more than anything else is what rub works with what piece of meat? I think the easiest way to answer that is the larger pieces of meat take on pepper, take on the paprikas a lot better than the small ones. So I call it a slow cook versus a long cook meat. Say like our briskets, or pork loin, a pork butt, things of that nature, I like a little more pepper. And for the small meats, I like something a little sweeter, a little fruity. So I would say with our big meats, I would try our premium rub in combinations with maybe the smoked chipotle. I also like the pecan as an added hint of a sweetness. Now on the small cut, say a pork chop, definitely the grilling addiction. Even the honey rub works great on chicken, pork chops, anything small like that. If you're even going to do just wings for drumettes, I think the chipotle and the honey is a great combination. If you want to blend your own spices, man, just keep in mind that sweet works good with small cuts. I like a little heat and salt, a little savoriness with the big cuts. Here's another great question. What sauce goes with what rub? How do I blend them together to know which one is the right mix? I think as you're eating the food, you don't want the sauce to be the predominant flavor, and you don't want the rub to be the predominant flavor. I think they should be in a combination along with the meat itself. If you can get that, you'll have a winning combination. I think a lot of people actually ruin their barbecue by adding nothing but sauce flavorings. So keep it light, keep it moderate, and taste the meat, not just the sauce. What wood should I use when I'm smoking? You know, that's a real loaded question. I think the best answer is what can you source? I use pecan and cherry. And I like the pecan for the richness of the smoke, and I get a little bit deeper flavor out of it. Cherry is used for the color. I don't really get a sweetness like some folks do, but I can get the color difference in it. It does put a real pretty amber color. Now, what you have to be sure is make sure you can get it every time. So if you're in an area that cherry wood is nowhere around, you might just learn to make your flavors blend with what you can find. I work with the colors when it comes to smoke. I really can't taste a difference in the smoke unless it's a real heavy smoke like a mesquite. When it comes to the smoke flavor, I don't really get a whole lot of smoke flavor on the meat, mostly because I'm using pellets, but I get it in the rub, and I do get the blend of the smoke and the rub together. That's what I look for, is the total combination. For pellet cookers, what I get out of wood smoke is the brand of the product isn't as important as how the pellets work. I really like a pellet that is a low ash after it's burnt, then one that will, how can I say this, hold up in the bag. I don't want a lot of wood pellets go to crumb in the bag during shipping. I hate worse than anything else is pouring a bag in and have half of my pellets in crumbs down on the bottom. So the flavor of it is important, but the quality of the product is also important, guys. So just use those tips and tricks. I think you'll turn out some great Pitmaster food.